Sure, we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. In the given pair of equations A and B are constants. The graph of this pair of equations in the xy plane is a pair of perpendicular lines. Which of the following pairs of equations also represents a pair of perpendicular lines? Here we have a system of two linear equations in standard form, and the question says these two lines are perpendiculars. Okay, now let me consider the first equation where the coefficient of x and coefficient of y as numbers. That is 13x positive 17y equals to 10. Okay, now I want to get the equation of a line which is perpendicular to this one. Whenever I have a linear equation in standard form and get the equation of line which is perpendicular to the given equation, first I have to make sure the x term has to be positive. If it is not, we have to multiply both sides of this equation by -1 to make the x term positive. But here we have the x term is positive. Okay, now our second step is let's consider the number we have in front of y. Don't consider this positive sign. So here we have positive or negative, it doesn't matter. We have to consider only the number we have in front of y, that is 17. This 17 should be taken as coefficient of x. And now let's consider the number we have in front of x. This 13 should be taken as coefficient of y. Then we get 13y. Now we have to change the sign in the middle. Here we have positive. It has to be changed to negative. On the right side, instead of 10, we can take some other constant k. So this is the equation of a line which is perpendicular to this one. So this line and this line are perpendicular. But already we have the equation of a line which is perpendicular to this one. That is the ax positive by equals to 10. So this equation and this equation, both of them represent the same stuff. That is the equation of a line which is perpendicular to 13x positive 17y equals to 10. Okay, now let's compare these two equations. Here the coefficient of x is a, and here the coefficient of x is 17. Then a equals to 17. Here the coefficient of y is b, and here the coefficient of y is negative 13. Okay, here I got the values of a and b. With the values of a and b, we can check the given answer choices. Okay, now let me consider the answer choice a. Here in this one, let me take the first equation as it is. That is 39x positive 17y equals to 10. Now, in the second equation, let's plug in the values of a and b. Okay, then we get for ax, we get 17x. And when I plug in negative 13 for b, I'm getting negative 3 times negative 13y. Then we get positive 39y equals to 10. Okay, now let's do the same thing. What we have done over here for these two equations. So let's consider the number we have in front of y, that is 17. 17 is taken as a coefficient of x, and the number we have in front of x is taken as coefficient of y. And here we have positive sign. So in the second equation, we must have a negative sign over here. Then only these two lines will be perpendicular. But here we have positive sign. So the pair of equations we have an answer choice A cannot be perpendicular. So we can reject answer choice A. Okay, now let me consider the pair of equations in answer choice B. Okay, the same thing. We have to write this one as it is. 13x negative 17y equals to 10. And for A, we can plug in 17. That is, we get 17x. And for B, we can plug in a negative 13. We get a negative 13y equals to 10. Now let's consider the number we have in front of y, 17. This should be taken as a coefficient of x. Okay, here we have 17 as coefficient of x. The number we have in front of x, 13 should be taken as coefficient of y. Here we have the same thing. And here we have negative sign. Then in this equation, we must have positive sign over here. But here we get negative sign. So the two equations we have over here in answer choice B cannot be perpendicular. We can reject answer choice B. Okay, now let me consider the pair of equations in answer choice C. Let me take the first equation as it is. That is 65x positive 17y equals to 10. Let's plug in the values of a and b over here. 5 times 17 is 85x, and here for b, when I plug in negative 13, I'm getting negative 13y equals to 10. Okay, again the same thing. We have to consider the number we have in front of y. It should be taken as coefficient of x. Okay, here if I take this one as coefficient of x, I must have 17x over here. But here we have 85x. So even in the first step itself, we don't get the stuff correctly. So we cannot consider the pair of lines in answer choice C as perpendicular. We can reject answer choice C. Okay, now let's consider the pair of equations in answer choice D. Okay, here when it comes to the first equation out here, that is 52, 34, 10, everything is a multiple of 2. So we can divide each term of the first equation by 2. Then I'm getting 26x positive, 17y equals to 5. And again, the second equation also, each term is a multiple of 2. Let's divide each term by 2. Then we get ax positive 2 by equals to 5. Now let me write the first equation over here as it is. That is 26x positive 17y equals to 5. And here we can plug in the values for a and b. When I plug in a equals to 17, I am getting 17x. And when I plug in negative 13 for b, positive 2 times negative 13 will be negative 26y. On the right side, we can take the 5 as it is. Okay, now let's consider the number in front of y over here, 17. It has to be taken as coefficient of x over here. That's correct. And the number we have in front of x, 26, should be taken as coefficient of y. That's also correct. Here we have positive sign, and here we have negative sign. So everything is perfect. So the pair of two linear equations in the answer choice D are perpendicular. So the correct answer choice for this question is D.